And it's the wig and the lashes for
Oh
me.
my
Like,
God.
I can't take it.
I can't take it either.
He likes the idea of giving some of the savings from Doge back to Americans as kind of a dividend. Would you support that?
Listen, he's just telling a lie. He's not the one that had anything to do with the $1,200 refunds that people had during the midst of COVID that was done by a Democratic House and Democratic Senate. Right now, what they're going to do is say, hey, we want to give you a refund, but Congress won't let us because they already know that there's just no money for that. The only reason that those refunds came before was because we were living in different times. This was a time in which hopefully we won't ever go through again. We had a once in a lifetime pandemic. The bad part is that I don't know if it's once in a lifetime because we know that Ebola, unfortunately, was detected right here in New York here recently. And if we continue down this road of getting rid of scientists or deciding that we don't want to rely on experts as it relates to what they're telling us to do, or we don't want to deal with vaccines and medicine in this country, then we may be facing not only our next pandemic, but our next 2, 3, or 4 pandemics because of their incompetence. So no, we are not in the business of giving out money. And honestly, I don't know what $5,000 will do for you.
Ah!
The President Trump.
Let me tell you, she is going down with the Democrat ship. I'm telling you, sis is ride or die, KJ. She ride or die.
It's disgusting. It is disgusting. That whole thing summed up just what their diabolical plan has always been. First they lie, then they fearmonger. They fearmonger, and she put something new in there. At the end, she said, she doesn't know what $5,000 is going to do for you." How dare you?
Really?
How
Really?
dare you?
Really, sis? Like, are you getting it like that? My thing,
Sure looked
with
like it.
my thing is that these Democrats, somebody said, in simulation said the eyelashes kill me. It's the lifting up of the lace front for me this time. Like, usually it's the lashes. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to disrespect that girl, but she just make it so easy. And we got to meet KJ. We got to meet them where they are.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously. Because they will come for us. Would they not?
Oh, yeah.
They
Oh,
would come for us. So my issue with her is she will not say, okay, I really like that idea. My constituents would gain that. And then she can go into, if they are able to do it, I congratulate them. If Elon Musk is able to give the people that I love and the people that I serve $5,000, fine. I don't think that they will because I believe that we've been doing a good job. However, if they are, great. She won't even have enough humility to do that. They are to the point where it's everything Trump does is bad. And this is going to be a long 4 years for the Democrat Party, and they're going to get spanked in 2028 with that kind of attitude.
it's nasty. And folks, this tells you right here, she doesn't care. She doesn't give a damn about her constituents.
Nope.
She doesn't care. And I'll tell you why. It would be one thing if she were the type of person that had always taken a hard line about handouts. But this same woman has been pushing a reparation. She has been pushing reparations for Black people. And I mean, she was pushing it hard for the last several years. And here we're talking about people getting money, their money.
Dividends. Dividends.
Right. She has always wanted your money to be paid to pay reparations, someone else's money to pay reparations. But we are talking, Doge is talking about distributing 20% of the savings from what they are finding they're finding within the government.
Mhm.
They're considering distributing 20% earmarked for reducing the national debt. So it's 20% going towards the savings that they found from Doge, and then 20% earmarked for reducing the national debt. This is what they were talking about. So she is so nasty and wrong on this.
Yeah.
And fear mongers. Oh, we're gonna all die before.
I know. And then she says, we're not in the business. No, we're not in the business of giving out money. Sis, your whole Democrat platform is about giving money. Like, and that's what I don't understand. And I don't get that she is willing to die on this. And it's showing how disingenuous she is. Her loyalty is to her party. Her loyalty is climbing the social ladder and being invited to the little black events, and she's flipping the hair and the nails and the lashes and honestly what she really should be doing, and I actually would find very interesting, is she took a Tulsi Gabbard route, meaning Tulsi came to the Democrat Party and they tried to lift her up as on the pedestal, and then she said, hey, I don't really feel comfortable with this, and it cost her everything, but look how God has exalted her. Like, I believe Tulsi Gabbard is going to be the first female president, honestly. I really
Mm.
do believe that. I heard somebody else say it, so I'm not originating that. But I say that to say Jasmine Crockett, like, she would probably be more respected if she said, I kind of like what he's doing. Like, I mean, even
Mm.
if, like, she would get so much credibility, KJ.
Right? She has none. She has no credibility. She has no shame, no pride, nothing. I want to acknowledge a super chatter here. Mortius, Victimus again. Says,
Yes.
America is not in the business of giving out free money, but it was okay to give billions to Ukraine and millions to illegals while giving the people of North Carolina only $750.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And the people of Hawaii, remember?
Right, right. And let's talk about this Doge dividend. So, this is really a big thing. To date, Doge has identified $55 billion
Yep.
in cuts across
Yep.
federal agencies, including USAID and the Department of Education. So basically, over the past 4 weeks, Democrats and their media allies have attempted to demonize Doge's cuts as something that takes away from Americans. And it's not the case.
It's not.
So by offering 20% back, the Trump administration is reframing it as a give back to the American taxpayer. This is wonderful.
It's
And her
wonderful.
nasty self just can't acknowledge it. And even Joe Rogan is talking about this. I
Yeah.
want you guys to take a look at this. Let me see here.
Yeah. Yeah, while you get that clip, it's just amazing to me that people don't understand. People understand so little about economics. They think that Elon Musk is printing money, but the people that were actually printing money, they never said anything about. Like,
Yeah.
he's literally giving us back a refund, but it's cheaper to process. So it's easier to give the American people $5,000 rather than giving them a $5,000 tax credit. They got to wait till tax time and they got to do all of this, and it's easier to just press a button. I don't understand what people don't get about that.
Oh, they get it. They don't like it because they know it's a good thing and it's coming from President Trump.
That's true.
it.
That's true, KJ. That
Yeah.
is
And here's Joe Rogan saying the same thing.
Mainstream media cannot ever say that anything this administration is doing is positive. So even if they find unbelievable corruption,
Right.
and they've found some really wild shit, like what was the $4.7 trillion in untraceable money?
Oh yeah, yeah,
I sent that to you, right?
yeah, yeah. You did. Yeah, that was Doge. Was digging through the essentially the way that money is audited within the government, and they look at the data sets and how things are divided and how you have to explain what's going on. And the idea is that there's a lack of links to payments, outgoing payments, budget line items. So this payment goes out. What is it for? Right. It would be the same thing if you had and I have a business, and in that business, you have to know what you're spending your money on. Right. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a logical thing. I'm not a rocket scientist. But what they're saying is that well, there you go.
Yeah, here it is. So it's
yeah.
the Treasury Access Symbol, TAS, is an identification code linking Treasury payment to a budget line item, standard financial process. In the federal government, the TAS field was optional. for
Oh my
4.7 trillion in payments and was
oh my
often left blank.
Yeah.
Making traceability almost impossible.
Wow.
As of Saturday, this is now a required field, increasing insight into where money is actually going.
Folks, this is our money that they
Yes.
have been taking. How many of us? I'll share a personal story with you all. At the end of the year, it is hard coming up with this money to pay back in these taxes.
Oh
This
yeah.
is the money that they're finding, money that we have been taxed out the wazoo. Our hardworking money has been used fraudulently.
And it's so and what frustrates me is that we have a lot of Democrats or people who are going to die on the Democrat sword saying, "Well, it says that, but we don't really actually know." Well, the fact that this is the potential, like we could be letting out this amount of money, it should be concerning to you. It's so, as I used the word before, so negligent. And the fact that we are okay with the people that we pay to serve us in the best possible way at the highest level to have this kind of negligence. And they're defending it. Um Roland Martin was like, "Oh, well, just so you know, I agree with what they doing, but they shouldn't do it like that. They should do it like this." Fat boy, no one needs the billionaires don't need advice from you as to how to run a business.
I know.
I'm sorry. If they are barbecuing in the back of the White House, you'll be the first that they'll call. If we need a recipe, if we need questions on, fraternities or Black colleges, we will call you, sir. But business, I think President Trump, the billionaire, and Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, they got that.
Right. You're right. You're absolutely right. Folks, this is Christian Conservative.